in Willow City, North Carolina. Great to have you on the EIB network. How are you?
Hello, Rush. I'm great, and I'm sure happy to be able to talk to you. But I got kind of a bone to pick with you. The last 2 days I've been listening to you, and you kind of made me almost doggone mad. My family teases me because I listen to you so much. But how come on Monday you had to go after Glenn Beck because he's talked about the Republicans sharing the responsibility for this economic mess?
Wait a minute now, Bev. I didn't go after Ben Beck.
No, you did.
No, I did not.
Oh, yeah.
I was simply asked, what would you have... Is that what... I was simply asked, what would you have said? Some people want to know what I would have said. I simply said I would have gone in a different direction. That's all.
Well, you did. You, in your speech, you gave... I listened to you last year, and you gave a great speech. Glenn Beck also gave a great speech.
I didn't say it wasn't a great speech. I didn't even.
The Republicans.
I didn't even.
And I happen to believe that they share some responsibility for the mess this country's in.
Let me tell you something, Bev. I was one of the first people to point this out. And I can't tell you the number of times I got calls from the White House saying, hey, could we come down and talk to you and try to get your mind right on the Medicare entitlement? I wasn't for it. Harriet Myers, no way. She wasn't qualified to be in the Supreme Court. All of the spending, No Child Left Behind, working with Ted Kennedy on the, I mean, from the get, compassionate conservatism, No Child Left Behind, all this stuff. I was against it from the get-go.
I know that.
Well,
but for some reason, you're not getting the message across then, because those Republicans haven't changed. They must not be listening to you for the last 20 years. They won't change.
What is...
A lot of us have been writing them.
Bev.
We've been talking to our congressmen.
Bev.
We've been telling them what conservatism is, and they don't seem to understand it.
All right. Bev, I don't think you've been listening to me closely enough.
Yes, I have.
You can't possibly have been listening to me as closely as you should have this week or even in previous weeks or whatever. But never mind. I realized that I have, in many minds similar to yours, Bev, that I've gone astray. I somehow don't get it. I somehow am partially responsible for all this Republican spending. I'm partially responsible for the fact that the Republicans have not changed in 20 years. And I have not done enough to steer the Republicans in the right direction. But many of you think I'm just a lapdog for the Republicans. So, the only thing I can think to do is do to myself what I think you would like to do to me. Snurdly, are you yelling at another caller? Is it a caller who wants to get on my case about the same thing? Remember, Snurdly, you've been suspended for this. Be polite, like I was polite here to Bev. That there's something that has to be done here. And I'm just going to do to myself what I know many of you would like to do to me if you had the chance. So I'm going to stand up. You watching on the ditto cam, this will be a treat for you. All right, here we go, standing up. I'm now putting microphone near my rear end. I'm going to spank myself for not making the Republicans do the right thing. Okay. Now, I hope that has made you feel better. I really did hurt myself. I could have made it easier by looking at a picture of Hannah Storm. Well, I did that. But I didn't. Self-inflicted pain, because I haven't done the right thing. I, in 20 years, have failed to change the Republicans. I, in almost 20 and a half years, I have not done one thing to get the Republicans to stop being exactly like the Democrats. You're right. There's no difference in Mike Pence and Barack Obama. There's no difference in Eric Cantor, Nancy Pelosi. There is no difference in Jim DeMint and Harry Reid. And it's going to take me a while to get my arms around that and join you in that view of things. I just want you to know I'll be working on it. Brief timeout now, because I spanked myself so hard that every element of my cochlear implant fell apart, and I have to put it back together now. Brian, come in and help me. We'll be back.
He makes it look easy, but it's not.